Alright, last but not least, today I am doing You Are on Comic Fever, and I am your host, Dynamite Crip. And today, the reason why I'm doing it back to back is because the voting is closed. Because we are down to the last book, and there is no more books to vote on my pull list. So, without further ado, we are going to do Venom. Uh, First up, written by Mike Costa. Artist is Gerardo Sandolvo. Doval. Color art is Dano Sanchez Elmara. And letterer is Clayton Cowles. And this book, surprises and all, was my tops. A+. It was fast paced, yes. But the surprise at the end was worth taking your time with it and really reading it. So it was fast paced, but at the same time, you could take your time with it and you could admire it. The art was awesome. The story was good. Like I said, A+ across the board. I felt no fault with it, but then again, I'm a little biased, and I will tell you why in a minute. Anyway, there's not much more to say in the non-spoiler review, so I'm just gonna go ahead and show you the spoiler. So, without further ado, I'm going to pause it, so if you just want to watch my non-spoilers, you want to leave, go right ahead. I hold nothing against you. If you want to stay for the spoilers, great. Even if you're quote-unquote spoiled by my reviews, I think this particular book is worth picking up just for what happens. And I thank you for viewing, and please subscribe if you can, if you haven't yet. I want to apologize for all the and ahs. I'm not good at editing, so I really don't edit my videos. But stay tuned, and it'll be my spoiler review. If not, I'll catch you some other time. Alright? Well, I'm kind of hiding something because the cover kind of gives away the big secret. But let me slowly. Yep. And there it is, folks. We're back. Now, who's back, you ask? Well, that's the even bigger surprise at the end. Maybe some of you will get it from the beefier look and the blonde hair, but Maybe some of you won't. Anyway, to get into my spoiler reviews. Okay, so the military has found out that one of their helicopters has been hijacked, and it seems as though by cameras that have caught the hijacking, it seems as though the symbiote is flying it. But what we find out is it's not just the symbiote itself, but that the symbiote has attached itself to someone else. His name is Lee. And this Venom is a very, I don't want to say docile symbiote, but is very much against violence and whatnot. And this particular person seems to be all about violence. So the symbiote does try to detach itself from Lee, but Lee keeps a hold on it by, and I don't know how this works, but by threatening it. Lee holds on to it. Well, anyway, the military finds out that one of the copters is being hijacked and goes after it. But they don't go alone. They bring none other than Eddie Brock with them. So they bring Eddie Brock with them, and they decide that since he was the first Venom, that he would have the most in common with this particular Venom. So they bring him along, and they go after Lee and the Venom symbiote. And a big thing ensues. First, Spider-Man tries his best to try to stop what's happening with Lee, but it is no good. So eventually, the army and Eddie Brock get there, and they decide on a plan. Well, Spider-Man's plan is just to get the symbiote into this containment unit and away from everybody. While Eddie's plan is to reconnect, as it were, with the symbiote. Well, as Spider-Man gets Venom off of Lee, he works together to try to get it to connect with Eddie Brock. But then in a last minute switch, he actually pulls the Venom suit into the containment unit, which then enrages the Venom suit and Eddie Brock because they both feel betrayed. Well, the suit ends up being brought on a military base in the containment unit on a helicopter, and they're flying, and then Eddie Brock goes into the area where the containment suit is being held, notices there's a guard, and tries to convince the guard at first that he was given clearance to go there. Well, he's not buying, the guard is not buying it, so Eddie Brock does the only thing he feels he can do, and he snaps the poor guy's neck in half. Well, he snaps the guy's neck. I don't know in half or what, but he snaps the guy's neck and proceeds to break the symbiote out of its prison. And then we are welcomed to my all-time favorite piece of the puzzle, which is none other than this piece of artwork. Simply beautiful that they decided to take 2 pages and show it off like that. Anyway, this has been my review of Venom. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you watch all my reviews. Again, I'm sorry for the uhs and ahs. Editing is not my strong suit. Please, if you haven't yet, please view and subscribe. And I'll see you on the other side.